it's my collection time. Okay. So I am gonna have to just do some fighting.
Emergency! Code! Attack! Completed!
And I'm spamming this quest because I'm spamming this quest a lot because I'm trying to get, because then I finally can get my 15 star. Yeah. I mean, that also could be that someone is also playing hero and just getting to everything before you do. That happens.
Emergency! Code! Protection! Emergency! Code! Attack! Completed!
Oh shit, I got a Judas red drop. Ah, what's a Judas Seeker? Twin daggers. Oh, I'm grind cap at 34. Fucking, I wish it was 35.
Completed!
Yeah, I can't wait until I get reinstated to Disney.
Emergency!
I remember when I was working at the bar, I would drop like... Yeah, just... I say at least stay close just to leave GXP. Because those enemies are paper because those enemies are like paper thin, so yeah. I mean, when there's a bunch of heroes on the field, and like essentially when there's a bunch of heroes on the field, and or you know, bravers and stuff like that, they can just dash and get things done way before you even get there. Because those classes have a lot of mobility skills and stuff like that. Like, your only one, I think, is Distraction Wing.
Yeah, and that's why it takes me forever to, like, move.
Also, I suggest, eventually, in the future, it's always good utility, but, eventually, get a pair of jet boots.
Now, I am streaming. I don't mind your voice.
I don't care.
Some people want it. That's right.
Okay. Well, I am talking things that are PSO related, so.
Yeah, exactly. That's part of the streamers. I may be
And by the way, that and you know, PSO was one of the few games I played that I've actually like that I actually put tons of money into. Like when I was working at the bar, I think I would always drop in like at least $50 a week on PSO. Because I don't know, and that's a big thing for me because I never pay money for most games unless I really like it.
God damn it, people! Just immediately pull me back.
By the way, how much EXP are you using? When
I mean, not
when stuff
much, but
dies?
that's also because I'm like behind everyone and like nowhere
Yeah.
near.
I say just focus on like just staying near people rather than trying to fight at this
Or
point.
gathering any items because everyone always just instantly resets. It's like I don't have the vision to like instantly see everything all around me. Everyone else does.
Oh yeah, the Arcs Carnival 2019. I can't wait for that. Josh, when that happens, I believe there's a boost going on, and there's some stuff going on where you can farm for certain weapons that are quite annoying to get. And it made it easy because I think it's like 2017. It's like when you get like the 2019 badges and stuff like that. I think it's for the allure weapons and Claudum weapons.
Okay, let's see here. Where is my chat? I had a chat. Oh wait, I know what the issue is. This.
Jesus. I just randomly just got 2 13 stars and I don't even have a big boost on. Like I remember I would run this thing for hours at a time, like 4 hours at a time, with a 400% rare drop boost, right? And I would barely get anything. I freaking run this for like 30 minutes and I already got like 3 drops and I'm like, what is this RNG? Oh yeah, by the way, the best EXP in the game are Buster Quests, but the only issue is that no one really does them. I don't know why. I thought Buster Quest wasn't as bad as some people made it out to say. I didn't think it was that bad. Like, I agree that it can get frustrating, but like, but Buster Quest was decent for what it was. I mean, I just wish Sega didn't push it as hard as they did, but it was a neat thing for, you know, while it lasted. I just wish that it wasn't the main thing they pushed. Like, I wasn't really too big of those like those mining based defenses missions. Like, I like them, but like, you know,
Yeah, the mining
it
thing
just
is kind
because like I don't know, just not a lot of people are smart with defending towers because they just forget that the towers are there. That and I didn't like Buster Quest because it was too scripted out, if that makes sense. Like you know how there's EQs where people just fucking blast through them because like everybody's super strong or something. Well, Buster Quest is like you can't just like plow through it if you're super amazingly strong. You have to go at the pace that the quest has.
I mean, sometimes that's just the nature of games like this, though. You have to
But-
follow the story.
but
the
yeah.
story set out to be unfortunate. Regardless of how powerful you are, you're just kind of screwed.
Oh yeah, but that's a little different though. Like okay, like if it's just like a cutscene or something, I don't, you know, like I don't care, right? Like you know, a cutscene's a cutscene, and that's fine. But what I'm talking about is that in Buster Quest there was this like whole like siege mode and defend mode and thing like that. And the only thing I didn't like is that like even if you were like the strongest person ever, it just made the quest feel really tedious.
Completed.
But stuff like, for example, like that one EQ from a long time ago where the Ark City was getting attacked. That one was really fun. I don't know. Oh yeah, there's a false persona. I'm gonna do that on freaking extra hard. The cool drops you can get from that, by the way. That's usually because sub-request that needs extra hard requires you to have both your subclass and your main class above 75 at least, I believe. Or above a certain threshold, pretty much.
Completed.
And that's what and that's why that happens. It took me a minute to figure it out as well.
Your Majesty. Code you.
So far, I think. So far, like how much are you getting from like bosses and stuff?
I mean, I got 50,000.
Okay. Is it possible for you to do extra hard on Enchanted Forest?
I believe so.
If you could do Enchanted Forest, do it. Everyone's on that. There's chances for you to farm up really great drops to get the 15 star. So you could knock out like 3 birds at the same time because you're leveling up. You're getting you know, there's always the chance to get the drops that everyone is looking for right now to work towards 15 stars. And there's a lot of people on it. So there's never like, oh, you know, just wait for these people. No, like fucking people are on this like bees on honey. Yeah, that's why like that one is decent, but it's not as good as Chaotic War of Darkness. I think it was. That was the one that the one girl said like is like really good because that one is really good. Because almost every boss you fight drops like 100k EXP or more, depending on like, you know.
This one, like, I just got 27,000.
Yeah, I say do Enchanted Forest because that's the best source of EXP that I've been getting so far. I was thinking that like the limited quest, like spamming it. I was thinking that like all the small gains would equal more than like the stuff here. But I don't know. Some bosses here drop like 30k EXP, but some bosses here also drop like 100k plus. So like, it's pretty much like yeah, like if it's an older boss, like you know from like from the other free fields, the drops aren't that big. But if it's like you know, one of the falls or one of the golems, EXP is pretty decent on them. I guess I'm gonna turn in this password. Like,
sucks because then I get a bunch of range. Oh, are they adding an extra 100%? Is this EXP or just everything?
what?
Do you not see the announcement?
100%. What's that saying? Hold on. My Japanese is not very good.
Yeah,
I see 100%. I see the word EXP in there, but like, I'm not really getting much from it. Hold on. Let me just copy paste and see what I can get.
Yo.
At certain aspects, you definitely have to at least learn some Japanese.
It's saying we will inform everyone who is playing. We are now in the process of total 30,000% boost item large.
So it's because there's been so many 30,000% completes over the past period of time. They're giving everyone rewards. Is that basically?
Yeah, I think so. So basically, tomorrow.
For the past like 2 weeks, every time I've been on, I've been getting a 30,000% complete bonus.
So basically, it's saying that it's also basically saying that basically we're getting tomorrow we're getting try boost 100% like EXP earned and like the usual like ones they giving us every day.
Because we keep getting 30,000% completes.
But also emblem of the champions are going to be dropping. Whatever that means.
I don't know what
Me neither. I'm really hoping that's a part of the festival. Like the whole like remember how it said like you're able to get certain rare items from the festival.
Yeah.
I really hope it's that.
When is the festival?
It should be sometime like it's gonna be in January, but I'm not exactly sure when.
Oh, and remember, Japan's basically a day ahead of us. Because for you, they're like 18 hours ahead. For me, they're 16 hours ahead. So it's like, no, 19 hours for you. So yeah, Jesus, it's like
Well, you're closer
basically
to
a
Japan
day
than I
behind
am, technically.
What?
Well, technically on paper, you're closer to Japan than I am.
Yes, yeah. So it's like basically a day. They're 4 hours minus a day behind you. So you're pretty much a day behind Japan. And I'm 16 hours. So like right now over there, it should be like nighttime-ish. Yeah, it's like 7, 8 o'clock or something. So it's like 5-10 hours for Japan.
Yo.
Like if it were TV.
Ah.
There you go. I'm trying to finish this quest right before the Persona event, and then I'm going to try to switch to fighter as soon as possible. Ooh, almost died. Go. Oh yeah, the cool thing about the castle quest, like the Enchanted Forest one. It's basically very easy to get Lambda Grinders, because every time you kill the boss, it always drops 2.
Ah.
I'm trying to switch to fighter so I can actually do damage.
I'm not even hearing what he's saying. I'm just
You know what? I'll stay fight. I'll stay hunter. Screw it.
Ah.
Konnichiwa. さようなら。こんにちは。さようなら。
Yeah. By the way, you know the weapon cheat I made you accept a long time ago, where it was like the Evleta weapon? Yeah. Basically, also the Enchanted Forest is where you would farm up kills for those weapons. So that's like another bird knocked out.
So which
And yeah.
which Dark Falls is
Dark Falls Persona. Essentially, Dark Falls Persona is, well, spoilers here, but Persona is basically you from another timeline or something like that.
I remember I was told about the story of the game. Basically, it's like not necessarily an evil version of you, but like a super jaded kind of like I don't care if the universe is destroyed version of you because bad shit happened. At least as far as I understood. They're not necessarily evil, but they're not good either.
So,
and then
I think somehow. Yeah, so False Persona basically. So instead of the profound, so usually when all falls come together, it creates the profound darkness, right? But because Persona is added in the mix, I think there's a new fifth falls that's totally like, you know.
Yeah, so extra hard for this is actually locked to 9. That's why.
No, it's not locked to 90. You have to have a level 80 main class and subclass.
Oh, I thought I just.
That's what you need.
I thought I read 9, but maybe that was an 8.
Yeah, so I think that's why this falls is stronger than usual. What I do like about what is weird, what I thought was lazy that Sega did with these falls was they basically just repacked all the falls with just another title. But what I do like is that they do feel more feral and like primal, like primal. And that's what I like about these Omega falls things. But now what's crazy about it is now since Persona's added in the mix, I wonder how, like, you know, main character Kun is gonna, you know, have to fight with him with a fifth falls that has your power.
Yeah. I'll insert protagonist here.
What I want to know is what the like what I want to know is what, like, story wise, I wonder what PSO2 is going to do next after False Persona. Like what's going to be the archetype story for the next thing, right? Because like because at first it was like, because the archetype for episode 4 was pretty much like Sword Art Online. Where your character became aware. Well, 5 is basically, I think they're going back to, like, 5 was, yeah, like going back to the events of Fantasy Star, like 1 through 4 when it was on the Genesis. Yeah. Yeah. I wonder if they're gonna continue the whole, like, the super fantasy part. I mean, this was a little bit too fantasy for my taste. I mean, yeah.
And with how extravagant they make these enemies look, you think they would be stronger. They might look are powerful enough. Like final boss going to end the stream for now.